All right, so now we're going to prepare all of the materials to be baked into VATs with their animations. And to do that, we have to paste a little bit of Overcrowd blueprint into the parent materials of all of the meshes that we want to be used in our modular wardrobe. So we're going to start with our MetaHumans. And if you come over here, the nice thing is if we do the master materials for just one MetaHuman, that will propagate to all of the other ones. So we only have to do this process once for the MetaHumans. So let's start with the face. We can come over here and let's see. We can just go ahead and open up the skeletal mesh here. And here is the face material. So let's find that. And I want to right click on that and I want to go to Find Parent. And we're going to keep doing this until we get to the end. All right, so no more parents of the unified skin here. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. And here you will see this sort of final material section, and you'll see the material attributes. And if you've been, poking around in the materials of MetaHumans in 5.5 and 5.6, you'll know that this section looks a little bit different. And that's okay. We can come back here to our Overcrowd menu, and that will bring up our wardrobe editor. And let's come over here to this little clipboard here, and this is going to copy the Overcrowd blueprint nodes into our clipboard. And let's come back to our material here, and we'll Control V and paste those in. And all we have to do here is grab the connection out of the material attributes node here. So Control and click and bring that over to this node and plug that into Get Material Attributes. Then pull out of the Set Material Attributes, put that into your Material Attribute node. Hit Apply. Go ahead and save. And we're going to do that for the rest of the MetaHuman parent materials. So let's go exit out of here. Let's go back to our MetaHuman face mesh. Let me open that back up. And let's go to the teeth here. Let's check on this one. Right click, find parent, right click, find parent, and find parent, and what do you know, there it is. And let's open that one up, and we can just go ahead and paste the Overcrowd nodes right there. And let's grab that, put that in there, and out of the Set Material Attributes into there. Perfect, and apply. All right, and save that, and we will move on to the next one. And we can actually go ahead and close that. Okay, and let's move down to this hide material. Let's go ahead and find that. Right click, and there's no parent to this one, so let's just jump right in there. And we have this very minimal material, so let's go ahead and paste these nodes in. We'll delete these green ones because we only need this part here. And we only need the world position offset for here. That's the part that will actually move the mesh around. So make sure the world position offset is plugged in. Apply. Let's look at this eye material here. We'll find that one. Right click, find parent. Right click, find parent. And here is the parent material. Right click. Yep, don't see any more parents. And we'll open that one up. And just like the teeth, we can paste our Overcrowd nodes right here next to the final material attributes node, and we'll connect those like so and apply. And let's take a look at this eye shell material here. Let's find that one. Right click, find parent, right click, find parent, and there we go. Let's open that up. Okay, let's scoot this one over. Go ahead and paste our nodes in, and we can just grab that, pop that in there, bring that around, pop that in there. Go ahead and hit apply. Beauty. We can go to our eyelashes. So let's jump to that and we'll right click, find parent, right click, find parent, right click, and that is the parent. Let's open that up. And here you can see we don't have any normal or anything. Let's just go ahead and paste this. And we can actually go ahead and just delete these material attribute layers. And the most important thing is that we just plug this world position offset in there. And that's all you have to do for that. Go ahead and hit apply. All right, and the last thing we want to do here is this lacrimal fluids. So let's find that one. Right click, find parent, right click, find parent, right click, and that's the parent. Excellent. And we will paste our nodes in here. Hook that guy up. Perfect. Let's go ahead and hit apply. All right, so that should do it for all of our MetaHuman materials. We don't have to do the body because that uses the same parent material as the face skin. So we can just go ahead and close out of that, and we can now do the parent materials of our wardrobe, of our medieval armor pack. So let's click on that, and let's go and find just one of the meshes that we know we're using. So just clicking in here, it's easier if you come over here to this hierarchy here. We'll open up the chest and let's take a look here. Let's open up this skeletal mesh. And okay, over here we can start navigating to the parent materials. And we'll keep right clicking here, and that appears to be the parent material for that. So we can go ahead and open that up. And all right, here we go. So in this case, when you have a material attributes node that looks like this versus the other ones, and we paste our nodes in, we can actually just delete these two green ones here. So just go ahead and delete that, and you're left with these nodes. And what we want to do is grab the normal out. So hold down Control and drag that normal out and plug it into here. And we'll bring our normal back to there. And then we're going to grab the world position offset and plug it into here. Great. So let's go ahead and hit apply. All right, so I already know that this material shares the same parent material as that one, so we don't need to track that one down. We can go ahead and close this. Okay, and there might be some other parent materials in here that we need to add the nodes to, but rather than click through here and check all of them, we're just going to move on to our wardrobe editor and the next step and baking all of our wardrobe and meshes and animations together into VATs. And if we missed a parent material, that's fine. It'll show up pretty quickly. It'll just not be moving. That mesh just won't be moving with the animation, of the character, and then we'll be able to just go straight to that mesh and add the nodes to that mesh's parent materials. Awesome. So let's move on to the next part.